So, today we will be beginning a tier list of the Dark Souls 1 bosses. Like my video, if you haven't seen it, on the Dark Souls 1 areas, I'll be ranking these on two scales. How hard they were for me, and how fun they were for me. Fun is not exactly the same as my favorites. I'll talk about that at the end of the video, I think. And I'm going to be ranking them on both of these because I think they're both very interesting things to compare on. The higher up they are, the harder I found the boss. The further to the right, the more fun I found the boss. Basics. The top left quadrant is probably the worst quadrant to be in. That means you were very difficult and not fun. Top right quadrant, probably going to be the best quadrant. It was for areas. Spoilers, I guess. Also, I should say now, spoilers for Dark Souls 1. The only bosses this will not include are Dark Souls 1 DLC bosses, because I did not play the Dark Souls 1 DLC. I couldn't get it for the version of the game I had, unfortunately. But that being said, I will be ranking all the bosses on my thoughts and talking about my thoughts about them, and trying to keep a general order of both who's the hardest to easiest and most fun to least fun while I'm going through this. I'm going to be going through them, I think, in the order I fought them. I think that's the order they're currently in. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to be going through them in the order I fought them. So that'll definitely show you some I was over-leveled for, some I may have been under-leveled for. Slightly. Not really for any, honestly. But I will definitely keep in consideration for difficulty when you fight them. I'm not putting Asylum Demon as the easiest boss just because you fight at the start of the game. I'm more so going to consider how many tries did it take me, and how many tries do I think it would take me again if I were to replay. And this is first playthrough. So New Game Plus difficulty adding, which I've heard for 4 Kings it gets much harder, I'm not considering. This is just first playthrough. So, let's begin with Asylum Demon. Asylum Demon isn't difficult. Once you get your weapon, you're pretty much guaranteed to beat Asylum. Fun-wise, not really fun either, honestly. There's something really interesting about Asylum Demon. So it's pretty low on both. Is it more fun or difficult? No. Neither. I'd say it's a bit of fun because you do get the drop down onto it. So I'm going to put it there for now. I may move later. I probably will move later. We'll see though. Next up is the Taurus Demon. This is much tougher. Taurus Demon took me several tries. Like 5. I don't remember the exact number because it was so long ago. This was also before I was good at the game, and I did not use the drop-down tactic. With the drop-down tactic, I'm sure this boss fight gets so much easier. And once you're good, I'm sure this boss is much, much easier. But I wasn't good, so it is going to get a boost from I did find it tough at the time. It took me more tries than most bosses in the game, honestly, once I was genuinely fighting them and not just going, ooh, is this a boss door? Ah, it's a boss door, I'm dead. Which happened, honestly, not that many times, but a few. Okay, actually, now that I look about it, not really any times, other than this boy. Cecil's discharged. So Taurus Demon, fun-wise, the bridge is not it's an interesting arena though. It's tough to get past, but you can. I think he's pretty much in the middle for fun. And slightly on the easier side. I'm gonna put Taurus Demon right in the middle, actually. I think that's the spot for Taurus Demon. We'll see how that moves. Next up is Bell Gargoyles. I think Bell Gargoyles are fun. I had a lot of fun fighting the Gargoyles. Difficulty-wise, I didn't have a problem. My first try I lost, and then my second try I beat both of them. I didn't even find the second one my first try. But I remember when I first come in and you see the gargoyles, you're like, oh, I'm fighting a gargoyle. That's cool. And then when the second one activates, I remember I was confused because the behavior seemed weird for a second, and then a second one came out. And that was just so cool. So honestly, fun scale, these guys are pretty high up on fun. Difficulty, I'm putting them slightly below Taurus, so I'm putting them here for now. Very high on fun, not high on difficulty at all. Capra Demon. Capra Demon, I think, is one of the hardest bosses in the game. If I look at every single boss in the game, there's only 1, 2, 3. There are 5 bosses in this game that took me a significant amount of time to beat. Maybe 6, but okay, I'll say 5. I think Capra Demon was less time than that one, and that one. And did I miss one? There's only one boss I think that was on par with Capra Demon for time it took. Is that boss tougher or easier than Capra Demon? Maybe the same. I'm gonna put Capra Demon at the top. Fun? It's low on fun. I did not like Capra Demon. So, but is it that? It's not a horrendous boss fight though. I can appreciate parts of it. The dogs I don't appreciate at all. But like the arena, I get. Well, you're actually just fighting the demon itself. It's kind of cool. But this is the first one I'd say is unfun. Silent Demon wasn't unfun. It just wasn't fun. So Capra Demon, you're in the bad area, and you're staying there. Gaping Dragon. Gaping Dragon, love this boss fight. Only took a couple of tries, easier than Gargoyles. First try I only lost because there was a spellcaster on the upper level who just shot me down. Gaping Dragon though was kind of fun to fight. I didn't hate fighting it. It was a really cool boss fight. The actual fight was less fun than Taurus. Now that I think about it, Taurus is going further up on fun. Gaping's gonna stay right where it is. Chaos Witch Kalag. Kalag is one of the bosses that took me a significant amount of time to beat. Probably the 3rd longest, maybe 4th. 3rd or 4th longest. So Kalag is high on difficulty, but not the absolute highest on difficulty. Fun-wise, also, Kalag is a boss fight that I feel like I could have beaten 5 times in a row once I got good. So difficulty that does lower a bit. Capra Demon, I don't feel that way. Same with the other one, that'll be the top of difficulty. Although I'm guessing you could probably guess what else is going to be at the very top of difficulty. It's not that shocking. It's Pinwheel. Chaos Witch Kalag, yeah, I think that's about right for difficulty. Fun-wise, cool boss design. Moves, some of them kind of cool. The Lava Arena isn't bad. Do I like it more? I think it's worse than Taurus for fun. If I compare it with Gaping Dragon, which was more fun to fight? I think they're about the same. If anything, I'm putting Gaping Dragon a bit higher for fun. I like Gaping Dragon. Kalag was cool, but not my favorite. Butterfly. Butterfly wasn't fun. You just waited for them to come down and dodged attacks. And then you just hit it. And that was it. So honestly, I think this is about right for fun. Difficulty, it wasn't difficult. I'm putting it around here. Iron Golem. This boss took me a few tries, because it kept knocking me off. Aside from knocking you off, it didn't do anything. It had too much health, and you just got to take out, a third of its health for free at one point. That's not fun. That's just, they should have just given it a third less health and not had that happen. So I think it's low for fun. Is it worse than Asylum Demon? I think it's slightly more interesting than Asylum Demon. For fun. Because it does have some cool moves. You're running between the legs. So I think it's around this area for fun. Difficulty? Is it harder or easier than Taurus Demon? It was about as many tries as the Taurus Demon. But I think it's slightly easier than Taurus Demon. I'm actually going to move you up a bit. So I think that's about where I'm going to put the Iron Golem for now. Ornstein and Smo. Yeah, here they are. They're the hardest boss as well. I'm going to put them above Capra Demon for difficulty. Ornstein and Smo were brutal. The thing about Capra Demon is once you got good, once you beat the dogs, you could beat him. If you were in a good position and could recover. With Ornstein and Smo, you beat one of them, you're in a good spot, you recover. It's still not that easy. It's not as hard as the first phase, but still. Um, they were very difficult. No, I am not. Capra Demon is one of my least favorite bosses in Dark Souls 1. It is staying at least there. Orseated Smo, though, how fun are they? They're fun. I like Orseated Smo a lot. Are they more fun than Bell Gargoyles? No. I don't think Orseated Smo are as fun as the Gargoyles. I'm gonna put them there. But I think they are the highest difficulty boss, because I did not play DLC. Next is Gwendolyn. Talk about another unfun boss. Is it easier or harder than Asylum Demon? Honestly, I think Asylum Demon's easier than I'm putting him. I'm not putting him super low. What am I kidding? I can go beyond the border. I'll put him to the border. Gwendolyn, I think, is between Butterfly and Asylum Demon. For fun, it's above the Butterfly, but not by much. I'll put it there. Good boy Sif. Sif is cool. Sif is fantastic. But tough. Sif was a tough boss. But a really cool boss, too. For fun, I think it's in this area. Closer to Orseated Smo than Taurus Demon, though. For difficulty, I'm putting it above Taurus Demon. Noticeably below K-Lag. So I'm going to put Sif there. Good boy Sif. Closer to Taurus Demon for difficulty, actually. Ceaseless Discharge. Apart from having a funny name, I know there's a way to completely destroy Ceaseless Discharge. I didn't use it. I thought Ceaseless Discharge legit, and it still wasn't that hard. Once I just watched the moves, move out of the way, hit it. So difficulty-wise, I think it'll be around Bell Gargoyles. Fun? It wasn't. It wasn't fun. Capra Demon I can appreciate, but I hate. So I think this is on par. I can't appreciate it, but I don't hate it. Demon Fire Sage. So I should also mention, bosses I first tried, none of these on the board except Gwendolyn. Fire Sage I first tried. I think definitely more fun than Gwendolyn. Honestly, I found him more fun than Asylum Demon. Was he harder? No. There we go. That's about right for Fire Sage. Was he about as much fun as the Iron Golem? Yeah. Maybe the Iron Golem was a bit more fun. We'll distinguish that a bit more. Centipede Demon. I like the Centipede Demon. That may be a weird take, but I thought he was a cool boss. Cool boss, camera sucked. Absolutely detracts from the boss fight. The lava made it tough, but it wasn't as tough as you think it is. So you go in going, this is going to be ridiculous, and then it's not, which makes you kind of enjoy it more. That being said, I think it took me 2 tries. I think it's about maybe a tad harder than Gaping Dragon. Fun compared to Gaping Dragon and K-Log, though? No, I think it needs to go about here. Bed of Chaos. Oh. Okay, so I already did the areas tier list, and there's one that I had about here. Is Bed of Chaos deserving of that? No, because it's not as hard. I think it goes here, right? It's absurdly unfun, very difficult, but it's a lot easier to say. Yeah. Oh, that's a Bed of Bullshit is a good nickname for this boss. Is it that high on difficulty? You know what? I'm basing this off my first playthrough almost entirely. Yes. I knew what to do, and it still took me a lot of tries. I'm leaving Bed of Chaos at here. Seath the Scaleless. Seath the Scaleless took me a while to beat. Partially because I got cursed on my first try and never bothered undoing it. But it took me a while. Was it fun? No, it wasn't really much fun. I think it's more like Gwendolyn level fun, where it's not. And there's not much you can really appreciate. I like the gimmick of you have to destroy some of these, you can damage it. But it's really easy to destroy it. And it's still like a full boss fight after it. It's just like you do a side thing first, which doesn't hurt you or take a risk. It's not like you can do it, it's optional, it benefits you. No, you have to do it. So Seath is absolutely like There's not really much I appreciate. Is it butterfly? I think it's better. It's better than butterfly. Difficulty-wise, I think I found it much harder than Sif. But once I learned its attack pattern, I could have killed it with 5 times its hit points. So I'm going to put it with Sif for difficulty. 4 Kings. Again, I said, this is a first playthrough only. As a result, 4 Kings, I think about this level of difficulty. Wait, why? Gargoyle should be ceaseless dischargeable, I think. Now that I look at it, I think 4 Kings is their level of difficulty. Fun, though? Less fun than K-Lag. Also, same as Centipede Demon. Less fun than Centipede Demon. No, was it more... Actually, now that I look at it, Iron Golem with 4 Kings. Which was more fun? Iron Golem. Iron Golem's more fun. Fire Sage. There's a good comparison. Demon, Fire Sage, and Iron... And, this boy. Move all these up a bit more in difficulty. Pinwheel. Okay, so Pinwheel's the easiest boss in the game. I can't say if Pinwheel's hard. I thought it was, because I was fighting it and I didn't hit it, and then it split into like 4 copies. I hit a copy and it disappeared, and it was blasting attacks everywhere. And then I realized I'd gotten hit like 4 times and I hadn't lost any hit points really. And then I hit it and I took out like a quarter of its health. Keep in mind, at this point, I fought Bed of Chaos. I fought the 4 Kings. I fought Seath the Scaleless. This was after killing 3 lords. So absolutely, Pinwheel's the easiest boss to get. How fun is it though? Honestly, Pinwheel's a blast. I think Pinwheel's the most fun boss in this game. But it's just absurdly easy, so you don't get to appreciate the fun. Because its moveset is fun. It's got a bunch of projectiles that are actually not the worst to dodge. You just have to be aware of them. It makes clones that are just chaos. I wish you to kill every clone before hitting it. Like, it kept teleporting around or something. Or the clones actually had health. Like, I think Pinwheel, if they made it more difficult, would be one of the best boss fights, if not the best boss fight in the game. I will not listen to Pinwheel slander. Just because he's easy doesn't mean he's a bad boss. He's just too easy. It does... Okay, bad boss is different from most fun boss. He is one of the boss, I think, the most fun boss in the game. I will not, but he can be considered a bad boss. I need to make that distinction. Gravelord Nito. Nito's a weird one. It took me 2 tries, but I feel like I kind of lucked out. But like that's comparable to like Gargoyle's Ceaseless Discharge. I feel like those should have taken me more tries. Fun though. He's not. He's not fun again. I think he's Asylum Demon level fun, I think. More fun than Discharge. Is he more, 4 Kings of Fire Sage. I think he's that level. I think I need to move the difficulty up a bit more of all these guys. Ah, come on. Hold up. Select all of them. Perfect. I forget how to select things and move them. There we go. Perfect. And now I move Discharge back down. And put Nito right here. Perfect. So was Nito the easiest of the 4 lords? Yes. And then 4 Kings, and then Seath and Bed. Perfect. Stray Demon. Stray Demon, honestly? Tough. I found Stray Demon pretty tough. Fun, though, is Asylum level, not Fire Sage level. Iron Golem level? I think a bit higher than Iron Golem in Taurus. I'll put you... I think Taurus is actually a pretty good comparison, so I'll put it there. Crossbreed Priscilla. Crossbreed Priscilla was a cool boss who I'm sad with how easy they were. I would have loved to have a few tries to actually learn how to fight her. Because when I just fought her, the first time I just lost. The second time, I just swung and hit her. I just got lucky. I didn't even see the footprints. I've seen now that there are footprints, but I didn't even see them. So I wish she was tougher. I think she was butterfly level of difficulty, where she was actually pretty darn easy to beat. Level of fun though, honestly, really cool boss fight. I think Ornstein Smo level or more fun. I'm gonna say slightly more fun than Ornstein Smo. Not as gargoyles. I'm gonna say gargoyle fun. Priscilla was really cool. I'm putting Priscilla same level as gargoyles, just easier. Finally we get to Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. Perfect timing for the music, apparently. So Gwyn was a really good boss, just not a good final boss. I loved the Gwyn fight. It was a really fun fight. He was aggressive. You had to make your times to heal, which I did. From everything I've heard, nobody can heal during it. I was able to heal plenty of times. But you had to plan your heals. Look for a chance. You couldn't just plan on healing and heal. You had to play aggressive to get a chance to heal. So fun-wise, very fun. Difficulty-wise, I think about 4 Kings level. I think that's about. You know what? More fun. Moving Lord seems to smell a bit less for fun. I can spread these out a bit more, make it a bit more clear. There we go. I think that's better. Okay. Now I need to re-go through everything. Hold on. The music's too intense. Lower the volume a bit. So I need to re-go through these and make sure I like the order for fun and difficulty. Let's start with difficulty. Ornstein Smo is the toughest boss. Then Capra, Bed of Chaos, K-Lag. And then I think Seath and Sif. Yep. Seath and Sif are the next toughest. Then Stray Demon and Taurus Demon. Then Iron Golem. 4 Kings, Gwyn. Is Gwyn Iron Golem level or 4 King level? If you aren't parrying, which I wasn't, I think Gwyn is Iron Golem level. Actually, Iron Golem or Taurus Demon? Is Gwyn and Taurus Demon? No. I actually really think they are equal. You know what? If I consider the cheese for Taurus Demon, I think I put Stray Demon higher. Then put Gwyn and Taurus Demon together. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So Gwyn and Taurus Demon are together, which is really funny, especially because in my in the other part where I went through all the areas in Dark Souls 1, Undead Burg and the last killed are also at the exact same difficulty. So these two areas are just, the same, right? Final area of the game with Undead Burg. Same bosses, same difficulty. You know what? Taurus Demon's further fun. I'm not doing fun yet, but it's more fun. Iron Golems, yeah, you're next. 4 Kings, yes, you're next. Then Discharge and Gargoyles? Yeah. Then Nito's slightly easier than those two. Then Centipede, Gaping? Yeah. I think so. And then you get to the bosses that felt too easy. Butterfly and Priscilla. Yeah, I think Butterfly and Priscilla, they're threatening, but you can kill them so quickly that I think that's fair. Gwendolyn, and then these bosses I all first tried, except Asylum Demon. Because I didn't realize he could attack you when you were standing on the ledge. Which was funny. Gwendolyn. Not fun. Gwendolyn, yeah, I think is the toughest of these. I think I'll put Fire Sage a tad higher than Asylum. But I think the difficulty order is done. Fun order. Pinwheel's the most fun. Priscilla Gargoyles are the next fun. Then Gwyn. Yeah, I think these ones are all perfect for fun. Then Ornstein and Smo. Good Boy Sif and Taurus Demon. Good Boy Sif, Taurus Demon. You know what? I think that's right. I think that's right for fun. And then I'll put Gaping. And then I think Gaping Dragon's next. I'm going to put you a bit more fun. Then K-Lag. I think it goes Dragon K-Lag. then Centipede Demon. And these are all the ones that I would say I enjoyed fighting all these ones. Everything on this half I enjoyed fighting. Even the ones that took me a long time to beat. Then Iron Golem is the most fun. Yeah, I think that holds up. Then Four Kings, Nito, and Fire Sage. Those are all bosses that, like... No, Pinwheel's not at the top of difficulty. He's got the top in one category. I don't think I can put Pinwheel the hardest and the most fun. It's usually difficult to me both. But yeah, I think these three are all just as fun. Then Asylum and Stray Demon, they're the same boss. But I think that's fair. Capra's Discharge. Why is Capra that high up on fun? Because I can see the good in it, but it wasn't fun at all. Okay, no, Capra goes down like more on fun. You three can all move up. Butterfly can also move up. Bed of Chaos, you can go further left. There we go. That's a better tier list now when I'm talking about fun levels. Seath, Sissel's Discharge, and Darks and Gwendolyn were all just dodge the moves. Oh, I can see good in Capra. I just don't care. Notice how, it's as far left as you can go while staying on the graph. Now, it stays on the graph at least. The only thing I'm putting as less fun than Capra Demon is Bed of Chaos. The only thing I'm putting it more difficult than Capra Demon is Ornstein and Smough. That's not good. Because that was a few hours of suffering, followed by the next day I came in and beat it second try. So I didn't hate it the second day, much. Music is always terrifying. I just put on random Dark Souls music, so... Okay, so now I want to kind of talk about who my favorite bosses. So believe it or not, Bed of Chaos and Capra Demon are my least favorite bosses. Then, probably Butterfly and Gwendolyn. I didn't like either of these. My next least favorite is probably Nito. I didn't like Nito. Mostly because he was in Tomb of Giants, but I didn't like Nito. So I think Nito's my next least favorite. Then probably Seath. Ceaseless Discharge, probably. Then probably Iron Golem. I didn't like Iron Golem or Stray. I didn't like either of these, really. Then I'd say I didn't hate these two bosses. I kind of enjoyed fighting these two. They were they weren't that worst. Yeah. Honestly, the skeletons with Nito weren't... I didn't even talk about them. They're annoying, but you kind of forget about them. You can kind of just ignore them. He kills them half the time himself. These two were fine. Then Centipede Demon's the first boss I would say I like. And I know I like the Centipede Demon, despite the camera. But I like him. Then Taurus, I think. Then Taurus probably, I think, is my next favorite after Centipede. I'm going to here. Then maybe Priscilla? Gaping K-Lag? I don't know. I think Priscilla's next. Really cool boss, didn't really get to appreciate her though. Then K-Lag and Gaping are the next two for sure. Or maybe Sif. No, I think Sif's slightly better than K-Lag for sure. I think I do K-Lag, Gaping, Sif. I like the Gaping Dragon. He was cool. Then I would put maybe Pinwheel as my next favorite. I wish Pinwheel was difficult. This game would be so good if Pinwheel was tough. Then probably Gwyn, Belgorel, Girls, Ornstein and Smough. I think Ornstein and Smough are the best boss in this game, and my favorite, and the most difficult, which is impressive. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, everybody will have to let me know what if there's other bosses they think are harder or more fun, or if they would put Ceaseless Discharge and Seath the Scaleless with Capra Demon, or if they put Nito with them, or if Four Kings should also be up with Ornstein and Smough. Because from what I've heard about New Game Plus, I could see that being in it. But I think that's my list. It's a very broad list. It's interesting how there's nobody at the top of difficulty and fun, or the bottom of difficulty and easy, but I guess that makes sense. It's hard to be absurdly difficult, but still really fun. And it's hard to be no fun at all and easy, because then you just beat them. Like, I think these bosses are the closest. These two are the closest. Asylum and Stray are the first bosses, I think, where they aren't bad designs. These bosses, I don't see. They're bad. Asylum and Stray are not bad bosses. This is where the line becomes, I can understand liking them. But I think, yeah, that's good. So, let me know if you have any thoughts. I've, at this point, already done Dark Souls 1 areas, going to do Dark Souls 2 areas, and then Dark Souls 2 bosses. So, that'll be fun. And then once I play Dark Souls 3, and then Bloodborne, and then Sekiro, and then Elden Ring, assuming I play all of those, plan to do the same thing for all of those. That being said, I think this tier list is done.